let's see what's happening in the UK. I want to show you this headline from CNBC. UK energy bills to rise by 80% in October as regulator announces hike. 80%. Yeah, you heard that right. So this cap will be in effect from October 1st to the end of the year, after which it is expected to rise further. Wow, these sanctions against Russia sure seem to be working. So basically, the gist of it is that they are screwing ordinary people and then trying to blame it on Putin. And I want to show you exactly what is happening in the numbers, right? So Britain's energy regulator announced Friday it will raise its main cap on consumer energy bills to an average of £3,500. That's up from £1,900. Okay? So, I mean, that is astounding. That is astounding. In dollars, now it's going to be just over $4,000, right? The price cap limits the standard charge that energy suppliers can bill domestic customers for their combined electricity and gas bill in England, Scotland, and Wales, but is recalculated by Ofgem throughout the year to reflect wholesale market prices and other industry costs. It covers around 24 million households. The 4.5 million households on prepayment plans face an increase from £2,000 to £3,600. Even that, where it's from $2,000 to $3,600, that is astounding. I really think it's important to remember that not everybody has £1,500 just lying around. That is really like, people are already struggling to pay the regular bill, never mind the heightened one. Here's a headline from the BBC. Look what they say. Pubs closure warning. Oh no. My energy bill went from $13,000 to $35,000. I said oh no sarcastically because the pub is so important in England that the fact that pubs would close is a disaster. There's no more warm beer. No, but seriously, this is really bad because a lot of people that own pubs, they live just above the pub, by the way. So this is not just something about their business. It's also it also has to do with how they earn a living and their regular living costs. And they're saying here pubs across the UK will be forced to close because energy costs are soaring by as much as 300%. Okay? Leaders of 6 of the country's largest breweries have called for immediate government intervention on sky-high energy bills this winter. The landlord of one pub in Essex told the BBC that his energy costs had risen from about £13,000 a year to £35,000. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. So you have these 6 pub and brewing groups listed here, right? You'll some of you will perhaps recognize Admiral Taverns, Green King. They're calling for urgent support and urgent intervention by the government. I mean, everybody is, really. It's not just a pub thing, right? And so this guy here, okay, he's saying that he needs to clear an extra £1,800 every week. Do you understand? He needs to make £1,800 extra per week just to cover these costs. I don't know many people who can do that, at the flick of a switch. That's not something easy. Here's something that's so dystopian. This is a popular show in the UK. It's called This Morning. And I swear to God, this is not a parody, what I'm about to show you. Here's their competition prize. Are you ready?
It is going to be... It's your energy bill! It's your energy bill! It's your energy bill!
Oh my God, thank you.
We're paying your energy bill for 4 months. How are your energy bills? Are you a bit worried about it all?
Oh, major.
Yeah.
Are you?
I've got one of these prepayment meters and it's absolutely murder.
That's a competition prize now in the UK. They will pay your energy bill. Just for 4 months though. Right? Don't get too greedy, you peasant. I mean, this is dystopian. This is like an episode of Black Mirror, I'm actually curious. Those of you, not just in the UK, because everybody's getting screwed. Just tell me right now in the comments, whether you're watching live or you're watching afterwards, how much are you going to get screwed in your energy bills? What's the percentage increase? Or just give us the figures. How much more do you have to fork out to pay the energy bills. Here's an article from The Sun. Now, obviously, The Sun is, what is called gutter journalism. But they made a graphic that is really, you can't argue with it. And I wanted to show it to you because it's so in your face, right? And look what it says. They're basically showing how everything in the UK has become more expensive, and everything in Russia is less expensive. It's cheaper. So in Russia, the price of food has gone down by 11%. In the UK, it's gone up 11%. Energy bills are up in both countries, but look at the difference. They're up only by 10% in Russia, and in the UK, they're up 80%. Wow. They're getting a really good deal on cabbage in Russia, which is down by 33%. I mean, it really, just look at this. Just seriously look at this and think for a second. Do these sanctions seem to be working? And when I say working, I'm not saying it would be a good thing if people in Russia could not afford groceries. Well, that's what they want you to support. That's exactly what they want you to support, right? You would have people cheering if the opposite were true. Either way, this is really bad, right? And I don't see how this is meant to pressure him to do anything, but that's the result, right? And I think the headline, what was the headline? Thanks a lot, which is a pun on thanks a lot. Say, welcome to sanction hit Russia, where prices are down as Brits suffer from soaring inflation. Once again, it's not. I'll agree with you, right? I'll give you that. It's inflation has been playing a part since before the war, absolutely, right? But it's not only that. This is blowback from the sanctions. It's so disgusting how, it's like, okay, well, let's put sanctions on Russia. If it screws the people there, good. And if it blows up in our faces, well, we don't have to pay extra because the taxpayer will pay our bills, right? All these MPs, all these ministers, all the people that are actually making the decisions, they don't pay for anything, right? They actually, man, I swear to God, these people actually claim expenses all the time, right? They say, oh, I needed this because it's something to do with my job, and so the taxpayer has to foot the bill. And they're doing that with their energy costs. So that you have MPs in the UK that are getting the taxpayer to pay their energy bill while causing the taxpayer's energy bill to go up. I mean, this is disgusting. This is really disgusting. Here's a headline from The Guardian. They're saying that Liz Truss, who's now the new prime minister, she's expected to freeze energy bills in a tax-funded scheme. So again, tomorrow, on Thursday, the 8th of September, she's expected to unveil some sort of plan. They're saying in The Guardian, this is not for sure, but they're saying she might freeze energy bills at about $2,500 a year. There's also a £400 handout. I mean, again, this is like throwing crumbs to peasants. This is exactly what it is. People are not, they're not getting a good deal. Okay, so the price cap would be $1,900, right? But later, guess who's paying for to make the bill up? It's again the taxpayer. So it's not really changing anything. Just look at the first sentence. They say Liz Truss is expected to announce plans to freeze energy bills at about £2,500 a year, but it's unlikely to claw back the cost through customers' future bills, leaving the taxpayer to pick it up instead. This scheme is expected to cost £90 billion and is expected to be paid for through extra borrowing. Another problem besides inflation is that the UK, I think, has the lowest energy reserve, so gas reserves in Europe. The EU implemented this quota that every country has to get their gas reserves up to 80%. Obviously, the UK is not part of that, but it's still in Europe, right? It's not in the EU, but it's still in Europe. So for comparison's sake, that is really humiliating. You have one unelected government after one unelected government, one after the other, and you've had 10 years now of Tories, right? And before that, I mean, Labour's were not much better. It's Tony Blair is not much better either. I really think that these people are living in a bubble, right? Because they support, in both parties, they support these sanctions, they support this war, and when it blows up in their faces, it doesn't affect them. But I tell you one thing, man, a lot of these governments right now, not just in the UK, but a lot of these governments, they will not be here in a year. Okay, in a year's time, I do not think that you are going to see many of these European governments still in place, because people are not going to stand for this crap. Okay, and they're not going to stick with it.